Melo 5 said the most unlucky person in NBA history was Brandon Knight because he is remembered for being on the wrong end of almost every big play. Missed his game-winner wide open layup, broke up by Kyrie Irving, absolutely murdered by DeAndre Jordan, dunked on by Kobe, put on skates by Jrue Holiday, posterized by Larry Sanders, revoked the right to have children by Russ, drenched in Gatorade from a hustle play, tackled an official, rejected at the rim. It goes on and on and on. So Brandon Knight may be the most unlucky player in NBA history. Today we're playing NBA unpopular opinions. All right, the way this will work, we're gonna read something that is considered an unpopular opinion, and I'm gonna tell you if I agree or disagree. This is like a trigger warning because you may not like some of the things I say, but hopefully you can respect it, because sports are about disagreeing and agreeing, right? It's about having a debate. So hopefully, even if you don't agree, you'll enjoy the video. Let's go. The duo of Curry and Durant is the best offensive duo ever in the NBA. All right, I'm gonna let y'all know I'm unbiased to anything. I may be a little biased when it comes to Chicago Bulls questions because that's my team, right? But any other question dealing with the Warriors, the Cavs, or whatever, I'm completely unbiased. I'm basically just talking about what I see with my eyes. Keep that in mind, because I've been called a bandwagon Warriors fan because I said that Kevin Durant had a great season. It don't really make sense. People just hate the Warriors. Okay, I understand that. But don't come at me for just speaking what I see. And what I see is an agreement to this statement. Wow, whoa. I just said Stephen Curry and Kevin Durant are the best offensive duo of all time. Some of the other things that came to mind when I was thinking through this: Shaq and Kobe. That's a good candidate because there was seasons where both of these guys were averaging 25 points per game. Or MJ or Pippen, but think about it, Pippen only averaged 20 points per game like 3 times in his career, and one of those years is when MJ wasn't even playing. So I think it's a close first, second between Shaq and Kobe and Kevin Durant and Stephen Curry. Both of these players averaged 20 points per game this year. And it's just literally like, okay, if one guy's having an off game, the other guy can drop 35 on your head. These are 2 MVP winners on the same team. Kevin Durant may be the most powerful offensive player in the game today, stacked on with the best three-point shooter we've ever seen. I think this is the best offensive duo of all time. Does that make them the best duo of all time? No. But offensively, damn, I got to give it to him. If Durant would have stayed in OKC, Curry would have his 3rd MVP right now. That's very, very interesting, because if you think about it, if Kevin Durant is on OKC, Russell Westbrook may never average a triple-double. So therefore, he's not Mr. Triple-Double. He doesn't average a triple-double if Kevin Durant is still there. So that means Stephen Curry doesn't have to share the ball with KD, and Russell still has to share with KD. So do I think that means Curry's going to win his 3rd MVP if Kevin Durant stays? No, because James Harden was still there close to averaging a triple-double. And the thing in the NBA, believe it or not, they don't give MVP trophies out 3 years in a row. It does not happen. It happened a couple times, but it hasn't happened since the 80s with Larry Bird. He won 3 in a row. But other than that, it's literally just been, okay, if you win 2 in a row, we're tired of it. It's voters fatigue. It happens with LeBron. I mean, LeBron could literally win MVP every year because this is how valuable he is. But it got to the point where, like, okay, let somebody else get it. And that may have been the case with Stephen Curry. Who knows what his numbers would have been if KD wasn't there. But one thing I do know for sure is that James Harden's numbers would have been the same. Russell Westbrook, maybe not so much. Stephen Curry, may not so much. James Harden, yeah. If LeBron played in the West and made it to the finals every year, people would consider it an easy West. So let me rearrange this question. So you know how LeBron plays in the East. And one of the biggest criticisms with LeBron, of course, he made it to the finals 7 years in a row. But everybody say it's a weak Eastern Conference, so he should be making it. The question is asking, if he was in the West and he happened to make the championship 7 years in a row, would people still say it was a weak Western Conference? And I think that is facts. I think that is facts. If somebody does something so often that it becomes like just normal, there's always going to be criticism revolved around that. If he was in the West and he made it to the past the Western Conference Finals for 7 years, people are like, okay, when is he going to get real competition? Because he's just been steamrolling things. So yeah, I do agree with this statement 100%. Dirk is the best international player of all time. Yao is the second. That's tough because I don't know what we consider international players, because Tim Duncan is from the Virgin Islands, which is, I don't know, do you want to say that? Do you want to say that's international? If so, I think Tim Duncan is the best international player. Dirk will probably be third because Hakeem Olajuwon is still international. Like, there are a lot of players internationally that were just incredible. Dirk is my favorite power forward of all time, but that doesn't make him first as far as best on my list. Yao is probably, if I had to rank him, he'd probably be number 5 on this list. Let me think about all the international players that I think are better than him. I don't even know if Yao's top 5. I'm thinking about Patrick Ewing is considered international because I think he's from Jamaica. Dominique Wilkins is from France. Steve Nash is from Canada. These are all technically international places, and I would put them over Yao Ming because of the longevity of their career and the things they accomplished. Of course, we'll always love Yao, but I don't think his career was long enough to be considered better than these other players. So no, I wouldn't say he was second. I guess he's top 10. I guess Dirk is 3 in my eyes, behind Tim Duncan and Hakeem Olajuwon. Love him or hate him, KD is the best scorer in the league. Facts. I think I said this with the other question. He is the best scorer in the league. There's nobody in the league that can score at will, basically at will. Any way he wants to score, he pretty much can. He has no flaws in his offensive game as far as putting the ball in the basket. He can post you up. He can expand the range. He can pretty much do everything you want as a player offensively. So yeah, without a doubt, of course, love him or hate him, you got to give him that. The guy can definitely put the ball in the basket. MVP needs to be awarded after the finals because it's unacceptable for a most valuable player to be eliminated in the first round. No, that doesn't make sense at all, because the MVP award is a regular season award. I mean, the reason we have finals MVP is for the teams that make it to the finals. You know, MVP is a regular season award. One thing I don't like, though, was the whole award show they did this year. It was trash. It was trash. The MVP hype was dead. You know, it was Russell versus James Harden. In the regular season, it was every day. Honestly, every day I was kind of like switching who I thought deserved MVP, because each day one of them did something to outlast the other one. But it got to the point where we're already done with the playoffs and everything. We don't care too much who wins MVP at that point. We're done with the finals. They should have did it like they did last year, or not last year, just pretty much the entire existence of the NBA, where they do it basically right after the regular season. Once we get into the first round of the playoffs, it could have been the first game in OKC. Russell Westbrook holds up his MVP trophy for the fans, and then he goes out and balls out. But no, they want to have an award show. They want to get more revenue from commercials and stuff. I guess it's an okay idea, but it's just they waited way too long. That's off topic. No, Giannis Antetokounmpo will never win an MVP or a championship. I hate these kind of questions because literally anything can happen. Nobody expected Giannis to go from where he did last year to what he did this year, where he's an all-NBA player, where he's an all-star. Nobody expected him to make the jump from, okay, he looks good, to a superstar in one season. Anything can happen. Somebody can come to Milwaukee that we never expected in free agency to make Milwaukee a real contender. Or Giannis's contract is up soon. Maybe he goes somewhere else and he gets a ring. Literally anything can happen. So I'm not a Nostradamus. Is that how it's pronounced? I can't predict the future, so I'm not even going to attempt to right here. Andre Drummond is no longer a top 10 center in the league. So Andre Drummond, I think, took a step back. Maybe his numbers don't say that, but the hype is gone. We wanted him to take a next step. He didn't really do that. I got a list here, a power ranking from the top centers in the league right now. I'm not basing my opinion off this, but I'm going to go through this and I'll tell you the guys I think are better than Andre Drummond, okay? Number 1, obviously, Anthony Davis is better than Drummond. Number 2, yeah, better than Drummond. Number 3, yes, better than Drummond. 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 This is an interesting one. I'm going to come back to this one. I don't know if I believe that Miles Turner is better than Drummond. I don't like lists to have Joel Embiid on it, because Joel Embiid only played 31 games. So, yeah, he was great in those 31 games, but if you can't stay healthy, that means nothing. So we'll skip him too. Dwight Howard, I don't think Dwight is better than Drummond. And then they got Drummond at 13th. Brook Lopez, no. Steven Adams, no. Okay, so it really depends on whether or not I think Miles Turner is better than Drummond. If we take a look at numbers, 16, 7.5, and then 14 and 13. I don't know. Is he top 10? I'll give him benefit of the doubt. It says yes, he's number 10 or number 9 or maybe number 11. That lets you know how good centers are, because Drummond's not bad. Don't think he's bad at all. But there's just a lot of good centers out there. If MVP was taken literally, LeBron would win every year. Facts. Facts. It's no doubt that LeBron is the most valuable player to his team in the league. At least that's the way I see it. If we take a look at this is the Cleveland Cavaliers record over the years. Tell me if you can guess what years LeBron left just by looking at this and what year he came back. I'll just give it to you. He left after this season. Lost in the Eastern Conference semifinals, 61 wins on the season. Wow, crazy. He leaves, they win 19 total games. Next couple years, they're bad. He comes back, they go from a 33-win team to a 50-team win and wins the finals the year after. Okay, we go to the Miami Heat. This one is a little bit harder to tell because the Miami Heat were still a playoff team once he came there, but they went from 47 wins to 58, to winning the championship in a certain season, to being in the championship the year after that, to being in the championship after that. And you know what? Once he left, even though they were okay, they missed the playoffs. So in my eyes, I think, yeah, if we take this literally most valuable player to his team or to his organization, to his city, whatever, LeBron is that dude for sure. So thank y'all so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, as always, be sure to leave it a like. For tomorrow's question of the day, let me know who is the most average NBA player of all time. See you guys tomorrow.